Who's not in a hurry? Steve and T-Rex and TK. Oh, there is a pep in his step though, isn't there? That Beach Boys song just popped into my head. Let's get there fast and then take it slow on this Sunday morning, July 27th. 1, 2, 3, and we're out. Get there fast because the sun is still out, and then take it slow because there's rain on the way today. Less smoky sunrise this morning. We have more clouds than smoke. There's some blue right there. It's not even 7 a.m. yet. Get up a little early today, 67 degrees. The nicest weather of the day is right now, I believe, for a lot of New England. There's a wall of clouds coming at us, and it is going to rain for a lot of New England. The state of Maine gets the best weather today. I do not have my noise-canceling microphone on, so I got to be careful how far I go from the microphone and how far I zoom. There's a little light breeze right now. Let's see what the flag's doing. Flag's saying nothing. How about the regional roundup from 6 a.m.? It showed Burlington, Vermont, again the warm spot, 75 degrees, but the dew point is only near 60. So it's kind of curious that Burlington is so warm because technically still on the cool side of the front. And in Whitefield, New Hampshire, the temperature is still only in the 50s, low 50s with a dew point in the 40s. So we're on the cooler side of the front. Boston's in the 60s with the dew point still in the 50s, but you see in western New York, the dew point is 70. So whereas last Sunday we had a wave on a cold front, this week we have a wave on a warm front. And when you're north of the warm front, usually you do not get severe weather. So we're not expecting severe weather today, but we are expecting downpours. The satellite imagery this morning with the sun just barely above the horizon, kind of tough to make out, but New England mostly in the clouds. Smoke is east and north of Maine where it's still clear, the thicker smoke. And then over central New York, that's a towering cumulonimbus cloud. So there is a little bit of thunder in the northeast this morning, and that cloud's advancing. Not expecting severe weather today, but there can be thunder with the downpours. If you look at the national lightning, the white being the lightning, a smattering of thunderstorms, even one near Burlington, Vermont this morning. One little lightning bolt, but really shows up over Iowa and Missouri. Excuse me, more Missouri today, right? And South Dakota and Minnesota. So here's the radar, go along with that. And sure enough, flash flooding again this morning near the Iowa-Missouri border, and a couple of really large, severe thunderstorm warnings in the yellow there in Minnesota and North Dakota. Now that Central Plains kind of rain kind of pops up every day and then goes away, you can't really track that, but you can track the rain that's coming across those severe storms in North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota. That is a weather system that's going to move east, and those kind of thunderstorms are going to get here probably about Tuesday or so, and far northern New England. In the meantime, national advisories, watches, and warnings show the heat expanding again. We've got like 3 different zones, don't we, with extreme heat on the mid-Atlantic. You get another one in the Central Plains and another one in the Northern Plains, and then we have the heat advisory in the Northeast, not for today, but for tomorrow near Boston. I think it may be a little overdone, but we'll see. It is going to definitely warm up on the backside of this front that's coming in. And let's go now, put the QPF. Let's do the QPF. How much rain are we going to get today? And you have the light green is a 1/10, and then you get to the darker green. Now you're pushing a 1/2 inch. When it turns blue, it's a 1/2 inch, and then it turns into purple once you pass 1 inch, and then anything near red, darker purple, would be closer to 2 inches. So clearly New York into southern Vermont, northwestern Massachusetts for the wind with the heaviest rain today, with that wave of low pressure kind of weakening as it goes by to the north. And the state of Maine gets the least amount of rain, and maybe the south coast from Rhode Island to Cape Cod, although that's going to be a tough one. So again, stripes of rain and perhaps enough for some localized flash flooding there near Albany, New York, and points east, and maybe New York and southern Vermont, northwestern Massachusetts. The product there, and here's the map this afternoon at 2 o'clock. It's the high pressure that came in yesterday is kind of, it was a weak high. You know, I told you it was about a shallow inversion high, and the low is pretty weak too. It's about 1,011 low, but it is really warm and sticky on the south and west side of that low, so that's why we're going to get so much rain. It's the lift of the warmer air going over the top of the colder air generally that produces the precipitation on a day like today. I like when this happens in the winter because we'd be getting a few inches of snow. Stop talking like that, Tim. It's the middle of summertime. It's the last weekend of July. I know. And T-Rex being so patient. Steve, also patient, good. Viewers, patient. Viewers, informative. I can't remember everyone's name, but Eric and Tom and Bruce and Alan. Thank you guys for being here every day and commenting. Rick. What is that? I hear some weird yelling going on. Let's not be alarmed. So the boats are pointed toward the southwest right now. There's not a lot of wind today, but it could get gusty from the south right when that front comes through for a time, and then kind of ease. And then we were talking about possibly a low developing to our south tonight and tomorrow. It looks less likely. National Hurricane Center says, no, not worried about anything. And so TK, maybe you had a little irrational exuberance talking about a cyclone south of Nantucket tomorrow night. We'll see. But either way, it's no big deal. It just may keep the wind on shore. Oh yeah, the Boston meteorogram, right? That's what reminded me of that. The Boston meteorogram, 3 days ago, we said we had to jettison the Euro because it showed it was going to be a sunny Sunday, and I said it's not going to be a sunny Sunday. And we showed the GFS. The GFS said it was going to be 65 and raining today. We said, no, it's not going to be 65. It's going to be in the 70s anyway. And here's the Euro. It has adjusted with a wet afternoon today, and it shows the temperature kind of jogging up and down and up to about 80 degrees today. And the dew point slowly comes up to 70. And then we step it up tomorrow. The dew point is in the low 70s, and the temperatures go to 85. Not really heat advisory criteria, but that is an onshore flow, so inland will be warmer. We talked about that 576 on the map tomorrow. Decameters, hopefully you follow along. I know I get a lot of meteorological words in here. And then on Tuesday, we step it up to 90 degrees. The dew point's in the mid-70s. And then on Wednesday, we start stepping it down, so it doesn't look like a heat wave, but certainly a pretty warm to hot Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then look at this, the temperature and the dew point going down together in unison Wednesday night and Thursday, falling through the 70s into the 60s with rain all day Thursday. There's a serious chilly air mass that's going to press south into the heat with multi-day front stuck over New England. This is just one point in New England, Boston, but then it shows the temperature going up a little bit again on Friday, and the blue line, the dew point, keeps going down for a beautiful first weekend of August, and that's a fairly high confidence forecast there. The details on how we get there and get out of there are going to be very challenging. Scott, is that your boat? Are you the one that sent me the picture of the Great Wall of Weymouth on which we stand? I have so many friends in the boats that I can't identify all of them. And we're going to go boating a little bit here and more in a few minutes. Goldfinch. Was that a goldfinch? Goldfinch? I think it is. The next door neighbors put the good bird food out. Attracted. Yeah, looks like a goldfinch. So yeah, that's the microphone when I zoom using the microphone on this. Steve, hi. Watching those birds, having fun on our Not in a Hurry Sunday. Well, we're not going to go all day with this video, are we? Should we show the Euro now and talk about the possibility of some flooding in New England, probably about Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? Maybe a little bit today. Here's that wave on a warm front coming through here. You see the red lines, the 570, 576 coming north, and the showers shutting down, and there is still a bit of a wave on the front south of New England tonight and tomorrow, but just enough to keep an onshore breeze in Boston, while inland, which should be in the 90s. Boston may not get to 90 tomorrow. And then it's a real challenge here. There's going to be a very fast, flat flow aloft with those storms I talked about in North Dakota going into Quebec and Ontario and slowly pressing south on Tuesday and Wednesday. Most of us are hot with scattered showers and thunderstorms. Then it's really on Thursday. We've been talking about this wave on the front for some time. Looks like heavy rain pressing south with thunderstorms on Thursday into not so much Friday anymore, more getting south of us by Friday, but that time in there with waves of low pressure on the advancing chill from the north could produce a lot of rain here. That looks like it's going to be done by about Friday midday, and then the front's off to our south, and that 534 and 540 line are to our north. I kind of missed that a little bit. I think I want to rewind a little bit because there's so much going on. So let's rewind that to about Wednesday. Plus Rex was barking, and that always challenges me when that happens. T-Rex, can you stop barking? I'm going to have to rewind that Euro. Stop. Everything's okay. Sit. Good boy. I want to rewind the Euro to about Wednesday. Slow it down again because that's the 540 decameter thickness and the 534, those blue lines in Quebec. That's cold enough for high elevation snow. And at the same time, we have the 576 line near the south coast of New England. That's warm enough for 95 to 100. So an incredibly fast flow on that boundary between early autumn chill and midwinter warmth, producing that real heavy rain in southern New England on Thursday into Friday. We talk about how it's always a Thursday into a Friday, and then the strong high pressure system presses in here, and it looks like we're going to be the upper level low that's going to be along with it is going to be lifting out in time, so we have fewer instability clouds and more sunshine than anything, with confluence aloft for a very chilly start to next weekend on Saturday right there with a 1024 high. It's a pretty strong high coming right over us and then getting south of us, and it still stays low humidity, but starts warming up next Sunday and Monday. And then there's another front pressing south with a new high pressure system in Canada and another batch of pretty chilly air trying to push against the heat that's across the central United States. Now this is out to Tuesday, August, let's see, Saturday 2nd, Sunday 3rd, August 5th. This is 2 p.m. August 5th, and that is a strong high there to our north. And there's also a high to our south, but I think we're on the cooler side of the front. Interesting, that high to the south over South Carolina has rain underneath it. So there's going to be some tropical trouble probably starting to brew by then. And there's another low east of the mid-Atlantic states. That could be something tropical. It doesn't look strong or anything. And then you get the high to our north, which is probably going to win out with this next front pressing south on Tuesday, August 5th. Now, it's a long way out, and I talk about it like it's going to happen, but it's obviously something that can happen, and it's low confidence at this point. All right, so yeah, that's the end of the weather. All right, it's going to get warm, then it's going to rain a lot, then it's going to be a beautiful weekend next weekend. And we get the cat and the dog and the sky filling with clouds before our eyes. I'm going to resist the temptation to do any time-lapse today. It's going to be a fairly wet Sunday, but without the severe weather we had last Sunday. And more yesterday. Didn't see too many sailboats. A couple nice majestic sailboats. I don't know what happened to Quincy Bay Sailboat Race Week. But it was a beautiful day, except for the smoke that everyone was talking about. Burning eyes. And I can smell it right now. I still feel like I can smell smoke. Why is that? Wind from the southwest. I don't know, because I can still smell smoke. Watching all these birds and taking it down to the Captain's Cove Marina, where Charlie made us a beautiful dinner. And it was fun to see you, Dan, and meet you, John, and Christian, and everybody there yesterday. And more from our Saturday. 11 a.m. T-Rex going out into the, well, improving air and more from our Saturday for our Not in a Hurry Sunday. The smoke looks like it is lifting a little bit. Kind of caught off guard by that, but it made perfect sense. And it's Quincy Bay Race Week. Did it begin yesterday? just concluding this weekend. Feels good, except for the reports of burning eyes and some asthma. Sorry to hear about that. And the boaters headed toward the northeast. Actually, that's where the low-level wind is coming from, but the upper-level wind's starting to come in from the west. And visibility is improving now. We can see Boston through the haze for the first time today. Rick, what's a purple air Zen unit? Does that mean how much particulates are in the atmosphere or something like that? 180 down to 143. And Bruce, thanks for including folks in Maine. Oh, my pleasure. I know, I used to complain about those graphics on NECN that blocked southern Maine. And Tom, we had rain in New Hampshire. Ground was wet. Actually had puddles in Lee. Wow, good job. Speedway, of course. Had to delay the race a little bit. 81 degrees. And you love those high-pressure systems from Canada, don't you? Hey, the gang's all here. Hi, Mitt. T-Rex and Steve. It's the end of your line, Steve. So, I thought the smoke was clearing. I guess maybe it was clearing a little bit. The sky is a little more blue, but now we have increasing clouds. It's tough to tell the difference between the incoming cloud and the smoke. I think the air is a little cleaner. And it looks like some of our boats are turning around, pointing toward the southwest. Although I think that has to do with more of a receding tide. Was the tide just high? Yeah, it was. Then the breeze. It's light variable. Logan was southeast last I checked. Quincy Bay Sail Race Week. Where are the races? Around the corners that I can't see? Let's go around one of the corners. I doubt they're racing, but I think there are some interesting things going on over in there. Just in there somewhere. And over there is here at Captain Cove Marina. Captain's Cove Marina. Good old-fashioned mallard. I know those ones. They blend right over in there. And it looks like we have a big tanker over here. How many ducks are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35.
Yeah, so this is a whole
37, 38. They blend well. Yeah, peaceful, nice picnic area, nice new tables. Been some optical phenomenon, some sundogs and some halos that doesn't form with smoke, although I don't see them right now. In Quincy, now I'm looking east toward our house. It's that way and then that way around the corner, but I have paddled over to that point. That's the southern end of Germantown right there. A lot of little gems and marinas in here, and also the Great Eastern Majuro backlit. That mooring line or whatever docking line. What's it attached to? Something strong in there. Oh, that's sailboats. Get a dock dog.
Hi, doggy. Hey, come here.
What's his name?
That's Waylon.
Waylon.
Say hi. Come here.
Come on over, Waylon.
Waylon's good character.
Yeah.
I don't want to take you.
How old is he? Come here.
He just turned 10 months.
10 months. It's a baby.
So he's tall.
Hey, baby.
Is he a little?
Hey, Waylon. Strong. Nice to meet you. Being out the door, weather, and more. Yeah, I smell like cats and dogs.
Hi. Hello.
Tell him to sit.
He's got like a blue eye.
Almost a bit of a chill here. Very interesting. Light wind from the east down low. Keep talking about how shallow this high pressure system is with a cool air inversion. Light wind from the east, but then up there you can kind of tell that the air is moving a lot faster up around 25, 30,000 feet with the mare's tails coming in from the west. And there's going to be a fast flow aloft pretty much all week long with rapid fire, difficult to forecast changes. This is a tourist boat. Can we get on here?
Hey, Captain Scope Marina.
Hey, how much for a marina?
Well, 5 million.
All right. Jan, did you bring your wallet?
I can Venmo.
Hey, you dented my anchor. I want to see how they put the dock lines on up over there. They shoot them with an arrow or what?
No, I think they have a boat come in and pass them or something. I don't know. Could be long, but actually I've never actually seen them.
See it? See the lines go all the way over there, Jan?
See them just come in.
So just, do they keep the engine running all the time?
I think it runs the pumps and everything. Not all night long.
That's the new police station. Yeah. It's not open yet though, right?
What's that?
The police station?
No, we're still working.
This is the finest way to commute through Quincy right here. I like this a lot more. Sundog.
Gossiping about it.
Right.
So you know it's not smoke when you have refraction off ice crystals.
Yeah, so it might be, they are,
That's Town River over there.
doing it to get more.
And then Captain's Cove right here. So two marinas right next to one another. Making waves.
Cameramen get excited.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's a great footage.
All right, it's no coincidence that the condensation trail edge is right where the cirrus edge is. So there's lift there and there's sinking there.
No, that one's
Conditional instability. So it's a tiny speck up there, about 350 feet up, and it's doing a grid pattern around the marina, the drone, and it's amazing. What kind of drone is that?
It's an Air 3S.
Sit.
DJI Air 3S.
It just came in over my head. I didn't see it. Neat. Hi, my name's Tim. Hi, my name is Tim. You are special. CJI. It's purring. I think it likes me.
Expensive things love me. They love it. Yeah, it's cool. It's got a zoom lens on it, so you can switch like your phone and get a zoomed in shot.
And are these all also sensors here?
Right. Yeah, sensors on the back. They're like essentially cameras. They're front and rear, and then on the bottom you can see them on the belly too.
How many cameras?
It only has one camera to capture, but these are all vision sensors, so they can tell where things are. And it has like a laser LiDAR type thing, so it knows if there's an object, it'll go up around it instead of hitting it. Yeah, it's pretty wild. And the battery lasts almost an hour.
That's
in
awesome.
the air.
Thanks for the lesson.
Absolutely.
What's your name? Who do you work for?
John, and I am with Luxury Vision. We make real estate and commercial videos, and yeah, we use drones every day.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks, John.
Of course.
Appreciate that. Out the door, weather and more. And it comes with dinner. Oh my goodness, this marina has it all. Captain's Cove for the win. Oh my goodness. Lots of great people, a lot of great fun. And the evening keeps going. More and more and more. But I think it's time to play us out with some time-lapse. Let's do Cape Cod first. Sun and cirrus and smoke. Actually, I should probably say smoke and sun and cirrus. Captain Spacetime on the piano. Town River ducks. So many ducks. So many boats. So much more and more and more. See the jet stream up there. And the flag, which was from the east a few minutes ago, is now light from the west. That's a serious warm front coming at us, as seen on the Weymouth webcam now, with the smoke so thick this morning. Thickest smoke day of the year, at least in southern New England. Quite a pleasant evening. And now we're just not in a hurry for the rest of our Sunday. Wouldn't it be something if I'm taping and the Great Eastern is going by, T-Rex and Steve going out the door for weather, more and more and more. Talk to you tomorrow.